it's Nancy. Today I'm going to show you a video of the cards that I've made with the Hero Arts card kit for the March 2016. There were 6 pieces of cardstock that came with the kit, and I completed all of those cards. And let me tell you, you could just go on and on. There are so many um, options that you can use with the items that come in the kit. So I'm showing you pictures here of the completed cards, and then I'm going to walk you through quickly how I assembled these cards. I did have a little bit of technical difficulty here on this last card, but I've got a photo at the end, and I'm going to just walk you through what I did to create that card. So here's another look at the stamp set and the die kit that comes with the card kit. And what I'm going to do is make an inlaid dyed card using the butterfly. So I have a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to cut out the butterfly 3 times on this white cardstock, and then I'm going to inlay some colored paper inside of the cardstock. I'm going to try to reuse the white butterflies that I'm cutting out for another project. I think what I will do with it is use my distress ink and color those butterflies that I have cut up, or perhaps even get some foil out and foil those butterflies. So I'm completing the stamping of the butterflies. I've selected some colored cardstock for the butterflies, and I'm inserting those cutouts into the white cardstock. And I've cut out several pieces of scrap paper, and I'm gluing them onto the backs of the butterflies so that they won't fall out of the card. And I'm just setting those strategically alongside each of the butterflies, and gluing them down, and then I'm going to take my scissors and trim the pieces off the edge, and that will keep the butterflies nice and secure when I attach them to a piece of cardstock. Now I'm going to add a sentiment to the front of the card, and I purchased the add-on Stamp and Cut set for the March card kit, and I'm going to use the Happy Birthday sentiment from that kit. I'm going to heat emboss it using my bronze embossing powder, and I really love that bronze embossing powder. It turns out crisp and perfectly every time. When making these cards, I'm trying to use all of the supplies that came in the kit. And the kit was wrapped with this cute little flower, and I've decided that I'm going to take this flower and assemble it to the card. So I've attached that, and I'm gluing it down. I used some glue dots to assemble the flower to the card, and now I'm attaching it to the piece of cardstock and just trimming it up. The kit came with some sequins and some gel dots, and I'm assembling some of those onto the card to complete the first card. Now moving on to the second and the third card. And what I've done is I've taken some 110-pound black cardstock, and I've stamped the flowers on with some white pigment ink, and I've colored them with my Prismacolor pencils. Now I'm going to cut the corners on the first card and um, add a sentiment onto it. And again, I'm going to use um, the Versamark and some white, add some white embossing powder to it to add the sentiment, and then attach that to the cardstock, and that will complete the second card. For card 3, I'm going to use the white pigment ink as well and emboss in white the congratulations sentiment and assemble that onto a piece of cardstock. And then I decide to come back and use my gel pen, and I put some white stitching on both card 2 and 3. So that finishes up those 2 cards. Now for card 4, I get out my MISTI and I'm taking one of the butterflies that I cut out from the first card, and I'm going to take the stamp and I'm going to stamp some matching blue ink, and I will reference the ink color in my blog post, onto the white cardstock. And I'm also taking a piece of thick vellum and I have stamped that out with the die cut, and I'm going to stamp that with the same color of ink to create a butterfly image that I'm going to attach onto the next card. So as I'm planning out how I'm going to assemble the card, I get out my circle die, and what I finally end up doing is cutting a circle out of the white cardstock, and then I am going to um, do a sentiment here on the front of it and use some embossing powder to emboss happy birthday onto the bottom of that piece of white cardstock. I'm going to run that through my heat gun and then get that assembled to the top of the card. So this is where I discovered that my camera card was full and I didn't pick up this image. So I've just attached a photo of the finished butterfly card. So on to card number 5. Card number 5, I used the die stamp for the 2 of the flower images, and I stamped those out on some white cardstock, and then I cut them out with the matching die, and I also used a leaf and colored that with Copic markers. I stamped out the sentiment on the tag cut here and then used some foam tape to raise that up when I assembled it onto the card, and attached everything onto the piece of the cardstock that came in the kit. So that completes card number 5. And card number 6, I didn't get a picture of it, but what I did is I stamped out a number of the flower images, and I'll go back and redo that. So watch for a post coming soon. This card kit really has endless possibilities, and I would highly recommend it if you're looking for something like this to go ahead and purchase it. If you like my videos, please subscribe and come back and see me again soon. Thank you.